What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with another review. And today we're kind of taking a little shift from our normal scheduled programming of Masters of the Universe figure reviews, and we're kind of jumping back to something Godzilla related. And this is something I've had for a very long time since I was a kid. And I'm very surprised, and my dad was very surprised that it is still intact and that it still plays. But this is a cassette tape of Godzilla King of the Monsters that has two short stories, one on each side. On one side, on side A, you have Godzilla versus Amphibian, and on side B, you have Godzilla versus the Alien Invasion. Now, I'm not sure so much on the history of this, but I do believe it was originally released like on an LP record way back in the day, because it says album originally released on Wonderland Records LP 312. Original illustration is from 1977, and then of course you got Toho 1977. I believe now the 1998 is when this cassette was released, so this was released in 98, I think. I'm not sure. I tried to do as much research as I could on this piece, but really nothing was coming up. And if I'm able to put the link in the description, there is a guy on YouTube who actually uploaded both of these audio stories. So you'll be able to go check them out. But if I'm not able to get them in the description, I think the easiest way is you guys go check out my channel itself. And I think if you guys go to my playlists, it should be under my favorite videos, because I don't think I have that private. And I have them saved in my favorites. So you guys will be able to listen to those stories there. They're about 13 minutes each, I believe. So they're actually decent stories. You know, they're not like just so short. And the guy on YouTube, though, he did make a little goof when I noticed when I was listening to them on YouTube. He labeled each video wrong. So when you listen to Godzilla versus Amphibian, it's actually going to be the Alien Invasion. And reverse, if you listen to the Alien Invasion one, it's going to be the Amphibian story. So that's the only goof he made on those videos whenever he uploaded them. So anyway, but I just want to talk about each story. You know, I grew up with them. Again, I've had this forever. I remember playing the crap out of it when I was a kid and just listening to these stories almost constantly. The first story, Godzilla versus Amphibian, starts off with like in the Bermuda Triangle, and these, fishermen end up coming across Godzilla and Amphibian, and they really don't know what to make of it. They really don't want to release the story, because one guy wants to release the story, but then the captain's telling him, well, everyone's going to think you're just crazy, so it's better just to keep your mouth shut. And so eventually, though, everything gets out because Godzilla and Amphibian end up getting closer to the Florida coastline. And it just ends up escalating to the point to where Godzilla ends up fighting Amphibian on the Florida beach, with the military involved, with artillery. Then they have the planes come in, and then but they realize that Godzilla, he's a friend of mankind, and that he's trying to save us from the Amphibian. Which I don't know how they know that. I mean, I think Godzilla's just he's basically just the top of the food chain as monsters go, so he's just eliminating Amphibian because they say Amphibian is also radioactive, so Godzilla's probably going after him for the radioactive properties. But they think that Godzilla's, friends of mankind, and that he's saving them. And in both of these stories, Godzilla is a friend of mankind. He's not necessarily a bad guy, and they really try to push that in each story, saying, don't concentrate your fire on Godzilla, don't worry about him, he's trying to save us from Amphibian. Or, in the other one, the Alien Invasion, he's trying to save the Earth, basically. But, and so that one ends, and Godzilla breaks Amphibian's neck, and then the story's basically over. And who knows if there's more amphibians out there, and that's it. For a sum up, again, if you want to listen to them yourself, again, go check out my favorites, and both of them are, I did save them to my favorites, so they are there. That's if I don't end up putting the link in the description, but it's probably going to be best if you guys go check out my favorites. And if you guys haven't heard these stories, it's definitely worth a listen. They're actually, they're kind of neat, and they're a piece of, Godzilla history. And I'm really glad to still have this cassette tape intact, and it's in actually really good condition, remarkable condition, really. The next story on side B, Godzilla versus the Alien Invasion, pretty straightforward, but it starts off in Lake Michigan, and Godzilla appears, and these guys, really don't know what to make of it, and they want to go report it, and then it just ends up going on to, these kids who are driving up to the lake because there's been sightings of UFOs and everything else, and then it leads into the alien side of the story, to where Earth is more suitable, the cold water is more suitable to the hatching of their birth pods and whatever of the sort. So then that's what ends up happening. They leave their birth pods in Lake Michigan and hoping that they'll hatch, and then they'll come back, and then they'll have a full force of alien invasion and move on the first closest city, which is actually Chicago. So if you think about it, I don't know if G-Fest knows about that, but that's kind of cool with that connection. This kind of involves, Chicago a little bit. So you kind of have that connection to G-Fest there. And pretty much what ends up happening is the aliens' birth pods hatch prematurely, and then they end up mutating and become mutants. But they can still control them. But it's still, they kind of have that hesitancy, like, what? They hatched early? No, that's not what this is all. So it kind of messes up their plan a little bit. But then they still go with a full-scale invasion. The kids witness Godzilla destroying the hatched birth pods, and then Godzilla ends up moving on towards Chicago. And then pretty much a battle ensues, I believe, in Chicago. And there's more of the, birth pod aliens, and then they got more of the spacecraft alien ships. And, then you have the military and the jets and everything like that going on. And then pretty much the alien invasion just gets pushed back to where they don't even want to deal with this anymore. And then the narrator says, maybe they'll look to conquer easier worlds where they won't have Godzilla to contend with. So they're actually really neat stories. I still enjoy them. I've been playing them recently, especially since my truck only has a cassette player, and this is the only cassette that I own. So I've revisited these stories frequently and recently. And they're very fun to listen to. I will say the music for each story is actually really good, especially Godzilla vs. Amphibian. Godzilla vs. Amphibian, the music is... it's very, sci-fi monster movie-esque, and it's really good. And as far as both stories go, I prefer the Godzilla vs. Amphibian story over the Godzilla vs. Alien Invasion story, but they're both still really good, solid stories. And you can't go wrong with either of them. So that is my little review, you guys. Really not much else to go over on this guy. I mean, I'm just really glad that I still have this to this day, and it's in good condition. It's not broken. It's not even really cracked anywhere, just, kind of scuffed up and, scratches and fingerprints. But other than that, really happy to have this. This is a very interesting piece to have in my collection. So, again, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, definitely go to my favorites in my playlists and check out both of the audio stories if you haven't heard them already. They're worth a listen. And yeah, so anyway, you guys, that about does it for this review of this Godzilla cassette tape. And I guess it would be by Drive Golden. I don't know, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Like always, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Always be sure to go check out Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook and Instagram. Give me a like and a follow on there. And again, stay tuned for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, because Kaiju Chill O'Clock is actually going to be tomorrow on Friday. And I will be there 12 p.m. Mountain, Mountain Standard Time is what we use here in Tucson. So, but I'm going to be doing Kaiju Chill O'Clock. I'm going to be doing Kaiju Chill O'Clock every week, and it's either going to be on a Thursday or a Friday. So make sure that you are following me everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, because I'm going to post it, what day it's going to be, what time it's going to be, and that's usually going to be on Mondays. So I did a post on, this Monday that I'm going to be doing it on Friday at 12 p.m. I usually start on YouTube, and then I move to Facebook, and then I move finally to Instagram. And even some people have said, well, how come you're, doing it separately on each platform? How come you just don't stream the same on each platform? And that's mainly because Kaiju Chill O'Clock, it's who knows what it's going to be, who knows what it's going to consist of, but then that just gives you guys the push, or other people the push, to tune in on each other platform, because it might be different. There might be different questions that pop up, there might be different interactions with you guys that pop up, so you never know what's going to happen. And again, on YouTube and Facebook, it automatically saves and puts the video up. But on Instagram, I came to the conclusion that I'm not going to, Instagram gives you the choice to either save the media or delete it. And I'm always going to delete Instagram. So again, if you're not following me on Instagram and you don't tune into Kaiju Chill O'Clock on Instagram, you might miss something. So it's always worth to follow me from platform to platform, because you never know if you have the time. If you don't have the time and you maybe only have time for one of the segments, that's okay. But, I just thought Kaiju Chill O'Clock would be fun, and jumping from platform to platform would be interesting, rather than it just being all the same video across all the platforms. So anyway, so stay tuned for Kaiju Chill O'Clock. You guys, again, I'm going to be doing it every week, and episode 3 is tomorrow at 12 p.m. So hope to see you guys there. Hope to see you guys chime in. And like always, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Hope you enjoyed this review on this Godzilla cassette tape. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.